Alright guys, we're back. And it's time for some Hearthstone talk.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah,
Oh
boy.
yeah, baby. Okay, so obviously this event, I ended up hosting for this event. And this event was going...
Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you. This event was going so great. It was like about to have this enormous, amazing finish to a great event. And then we have to have some drama. We have to have the christening of Hearthstone being an esport, right? Is to have a real drama happen to it. And for those of you that weren't watching, what happened?
We gotta start with the good first.
The good, okay.
Because we are all negative assholes.
Okay,
all
right,
of us
right.
on the entire show. Like we're all.
Okay, let's talk about good stuff. All right. So I think first off, I thought the panel was a great idea. I was hosting it.
I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I absolutely thought it was great.
Anything that keeps you in work, I'm good with. And anything that
those shirts aren't
means you don't have
selling.
to- yeah, I was gonna
like
say
ChanManV
Yeah,
not
yeah,
beating himself
yeah.
with this show.
the t-shirts
So-
suck apparently. So you know.
Yeah, apparently they do. So we're gonna have to do something about that. No, but overall, I think the panel worked. It worked fantastic for StarCraft at Bucharest. So them bringing it here, I thought it was a good idea. I thought I was really proud of Admirable because he just killed it, and
He was
it
an
was
animal. He was
he
actually so
killed it.
sick.
Yeah.
He was a beast. He was sort of like the one person I didn't know a ton about, but he was just.
Well, he
He
caps
just-
with me in Deck Wars. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I'd always skip that because
You're an
I-
asshole. Okay, that's
But
why.
I was like really blown away.
Yeah.
I was absolutely blown away. You did very well too. I was
Yeah,
I,
it's all right.
I thought you were gonna be a little sheepish in your first showing. At a
Well, I
major
kind of.
event.
I mean, I was at times of it. Again, it was my first. It was my first
first-
go around,
first-
and it's a
your
lot
first-
harder than
First
people
day
know.
you were a little reserved,
Chan
but
managed.
yeah, you just
I was a little champ. Thanks, Jeff. All right,
day
thanks.
two and day
God.
3, you killed it, man. Like it was. I tweeted the first day. There were little hiccups. Like the first day,
The pictures were
ac-
switched, and
yeah,
Yeah.
like the people would get the names mixed, or there would occasionally be like whatever icon indicated what class the player was playing was mixed up. But like midday, I was just smitten. A few people had issues with a few newer people, like newer to competitive Hearthstone, had issues with like the flip, which is sort of like the industry standard right now for Hearthstone, right?
oh, you mean the point of view switch?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Like the player who is playing their hand is always on the bottom.
Yeah.
Has sort of become the industry standard right now. Some people had issue with that. I didn't really because
just
that's just sort of how it's been.
Yeah, it
Um,
just takes one viewing, and then you get used to it.
Yeah.
It's actually really hard to cast because of that. Because
It's very hard to produce too, which is one of the interesting things
it's not
about
that
Hearthstone.
bad. It's not that bad actually to produce.
I guess. But some people felt bad about it. But going into day 1, I just thought it was out of its world. And going into day 2, I thought it was even better. You guys picked up on this fantastic thing before. Hearthstone's become a major esport where you figured out you could just like get pros to come and come
Yeah,
cast with you,
Mhm.
right? Which is going to become difficult as the sport grows, right?
Well, not really. I just feel like Hearthstone's much more natural about incorporating that into a professional setting versus like StarCraft, where home story works fantastically, but in like DreamHack, it'd be harder to incorporate different pros. There's some pros that could do it instantly, right? That have done it before.
Yeah.
But having like any pro go up there and actually be able to talk StarCraft, I think is a lot harder, given that there's 3 different races too, so they're not even a pro at it.
As it gets bigger, though, people are going to start asking for cheddar.
Oh, okay,
That's
sure.
Yeah, that's what
Sure,
I'm saying.
okay.
Yeah. The first Evil Genius's Hearthstone player will not be able to
Get up there and just.
punch in his card for the Hearthstone event.
It's good publicity.
It really won
I
me
mean,
over. It really won me over,
Yeah.
dude. Like, I said before, I was like, look, pushing Hearthstone as a fucking esport is just like, I don't know. It's fucking, yeah, okay, if we all pretend and close our eyes, and say the magic words, yeah, it
Whatever.
can be an esport because, I'm from...
They did it with golf, man.
Yeah, exactly, right? But, I don't... what the fuck? Like, what's golf? It's just, seriously, I know it's a hard game. Like, I tried it once. Yeah, it's super hard and all that, but loads of things are hard. Like, I don't know, like fucking trying to wipe your ass the long way is hard.
Did you
right?
not
It's
see
not
the
a-
micro
not
that's
a fucking
involved with
sport,
like
right?
moving your finger on the iPad? I mean, there's some serious micro there, guys.
But look, here's the thing, man. Like, and I'm a little bit upset with myself for being so sort of ignorant in a lot of ways, because I'm the same guy that said when people were raging about WCG moving to mobile gaming, I was like, perhaps we shouldn't be so stuffy about what constitutes an esport. Maybe an Angry Bird tournament is something, we can all get on board with. And, it just goes to show what a contrarian prick I am a lot of the time, I think.
I think comparing these games are maybe... It's doing a disservice to your intellect, Richard.
Exactly. It's not even
I
close.
think like Angry Birds and Hearthstone.
No, but I'm not comparing the two. Different. Please don't make the Hearthstone community hate me. Can I just have this?
It's not a mobile game.
You just made up with Dota 2, but you gotta.
Yeah, I know. Look, I don't know. Right? I'm getting too old, right? Just please. So it really won me over, is what I'm gonna say today. It really won me over. I thought Admirable was like, he's arrived as a bona fide esports personality. Like, he did not give a fuck. Just absolutely knocked it out the park.
Yep.
I thought he was great. I mean, Dan, he's fucking...
Dan's fucking amazing. I mean, I think we all know in the StarCraft community. Okay, we all know in StarCraft 2 how good he is.
And the panel would have been perfect if you just weren't so goddamn vanilla, Chris.
Yeah,
but
that's
a joke again. I'm just kidding. There's an eerie
sense. Stand behind something you say.
Yeah, you're right. Shaman, you're vanilla.
He is vanilla. He knows that.
True.
That's his angle. That's fine,
That's
though.
true.
If he wants to defend it, he can. But that's a valid criticism. I have one time I disagreed with Artosis, and I remember it was at 2:45, maybe 46. Afternoon, I remember that, and he was wearing a purple shirt, and I said, I don't think that was a good move. I have one remark, though. I have one remark from the first day, and I let Adebisi know this, too, because me and Adebisi had a small debriefing, and that was the most validated I felt while you fucking guys were over at Dreamhack having the most fun. The first day, there was this very bizarre camera angle that covered... So the desk was sort of shaped like a V.
Yeah, it was like an inverted V. Yeah.
Yeah, the camera covered this section of the... And you were the sole person on the other side of the V.
Yeah, that was early on. We switched that really quickly.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to be rude, but Chris, I got the impression that you're not the most assertive person. So it was very easy just to go to that section of the V where people talk themselves. Yeah. But on the subsequent days, it was good. It was I thought it was awesome.
To be honest, there's a lot of stuff that I was not ready for. Because I tried to prepare myself for doing this, because this is my first time ever doing just a hosting kind of gig at a live event, and there were a lot of things that I did not know about. So kind of getting thrown into the fire, I kind of had to try to catch some of these things on the fly. And you know me, I'm usually the kind of guy who wants to know exactly what's going to happen so I can prepare for it, and it'll happen great when I can do that thing. But on the fly type of things, generally not the best at adapting those things. So that was happening a lot. But
day one you were edged out a little bit. Again, my only criticisms for day one were occasionally players were mislabeled, and then the classes were mislabeled.
Yeah. But the matches were phenomenal, though. I mean, I don't think you could ask for probably a better... I mean, unless Amaz won the whole thing, I don't think you could actually ask for better storylines in games throughout
This was without a doubt the
crazy.
Most competitive Hearthstone tournament to date by a tremendous, huge margin. So let's start. We have the show notes in front of us. Let's just jump in with in terms of competitive Hearthstone. Chris, you're an extremely competitive player, several times legend player. I played Hearthstone pretty decent level. I think the reels of Maz. That must so that was the round
semifinals.
That was
the semifinals.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that is without a doubt the best series in Hearthstone in the entirety of the game. I think it was just absolutely fantastic. I think Amaz got very lucky, as Amaz tends to do.
I think
with that Harrison Jones, but that was without a doubt just the most incredible series.
Reel's the guy that has the black hat on, right? And used to be WoW.
Yeah.
He was actually on my flight with me, and he was talking about that match before.
He was so crushed.
He said he was 90% to win, and then
the
10 percentile happened.
Yeah, I mean, he was 90% to win going into before even any cards were dealt. He was probably 90% because the matchups were so bad for
Priest
Amaz.
Is horrible. Priest
so
is
bad against both of those
class.
decks he had, and somehow Amaz had many fortunate things happen to him during the tournament. It wasn't like he wasn't playing necessarily bad, but he's definitely improved a ton. But there were players there I felt were better than Amaz, and had them in
Stealing
situations
Drakes
that
and-
were supposed
stealing
to.
Drakes and 2 Giants. Oh my god, that's absolutely
Well,
crazy in that handlock matchup.
That
That's
actually
so-
happens more times than you'd think, but he had that matchup I think was great. I think the Gara versus Amaz in the group stages was equally as good because he drew
So do
that
I.
Black
So do
Knight.
I.
He was so far behind, draws a Black Knight, and somehow turns that game around. And
Yeah, what was it? A Taz Dingo
It was-
and a
Druid of the Claw.
Druid.
Yeah,
Druid of the
basically
Claw. Yeah, that's
the
just
only
absolutely
thing he can
insane.
draw to like
He misplayed
turn a
too with the
game
wild
around.
growth at turn 2. Like it was just. Yeah, that
It's
was
just
those were
crazy
fantastic.
fortunate. Then there was I don't think it was a Maz, but somebody there were a lot of crazy draws. That's what made the whole tournament so exciting. But that Reels match to your point was, I mean, it's like storybook type of thing where Maz plays Priest, which he's famous for playing on his stream, and he is the most popular streamer in Hearthstone right now. You know, he gets like 25K every time he streams.
Yeah.
And he plays a Priest, which he never used to play in competitive Hearthstone, and he didn't play it.
Rest.
Yeah, because it's a bad class. Let's just be honest. It's a really bad class to play competitively, and nobody else did except for him. And he breaks it out, plays against Real's Handlock and his Druid, and beats it with some crazy plays.
He lost to Druid round 1. He beat it with the.
He beat Handlock and Druid with it.
No.
Or was it
Druid?
Rogue? It was Rogue.
No, it was
was
Handlock
Rogue.
and Rogue.
It was Handlock
yeah,
and Rogue.
just the amount of skill that class takes, like, it's just absolutely insane. It's crazy. Like to perform things that would be the equivalent to a Druid swipe with that class, like you have to set up turns in advance. It's just absolutely insane.
Yeah, and you know, really exciting plays in Hearthstone, guys, is when, you know, you set up some kind of play where you end up drawing 5 cards from like a single card or something crazy like that. And he was pulling off all these crazy Priest combos, which got the crowd crazy excited, got everybody at home, I think, crazy excited too. And
I think that is, and I've
it
seen
was-
a ton of competitive Hearthstone. I thought that was without a doubt the best
It was
competitive
crushing.
series to date.
Yeah.
The format too lends itself to, and I think DreamHack deserves like a tip of the hat more so than like there are a lot of like the weekly tournaments that I think are also very competitive. But you know, as you went into the finals of the match, like you knew what deck your opponents had, right?
Yeah.
So there's like so much strategy that goes into like.
Well, you were allowed to switch the decks each round. So like
Oh,
in the
were
group
you?
stages you could switch, in the semis you
Yeah.
could switch, and then
Okay.
yeah, I think in the finals maybe they didn't switch from the semis, but they could
Nope.
switch day to day.
Okay.
So
There must have been some limit to it because, like, picking your first deck was tremendously important at one stage because, like, if you lost with that, you had to win 2 with a deck that, like, you know, Hearthstone is like a lot.
oh
about
yeah, their
it's
strategy.
like
Yeah, their strategy in picking your deck, because like the most logical thing is just to pick a deck that's going to win you win that game that you have to play next, like give you the highest percent chance. But a lot of the players were trying to figure out what would give them the highest percent chance of winning 2 in a row, right? And that was kind of an interesting dynamic that we were seeing. 'Cause
Yeah, so you could change in the group stage and then the round of 8. So in the round of 8, you knew what your opponent was going to play. Like, so going into the finals, you knew what your opponent's decks were.
Yeah.
And I think that makes a tremendous difference. So I know you're going to cover this probably tomorrow on Value Town. But like I just think the showmanship here was just absolutely insane. The players were so strategic with these decks. I think a lot of the people who just keep insisting and like tugging on their little dicks praying that Hearthstone will fail can fucking suck it because this was actually an insane tournament. Like the level of skill displayed here was just like through the roof.
Yeah, and we got a chance to show off some players that a lot of the community didn't know about, like some, I mean, unknowns unless you really are paying attention to the ladder and things.
Well,
But for the most
it's
part-
interesting too because like a lot of your famous streamers just sort of fall by the wayside. So if Eats didn't do extremely well, Show, who I respect tremendously as a Hearthstone player and I would have thought would have done better, didn't do.
Yeah, didn't get out of the
extremely
open
well.
bracket.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Raydad, strangely enough, one of those people that are so like folks are so eager to tear him down as a player, top
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
It's a real esport. It's a real esport. Tempo Storm. Before we move on to the drama, please, for the love of God,
No more white shirts.
white jerseys with white button-ups, please, Frodan.
I didn't
Please,
even
God.
see. I didn't even see their fucking.
Yeah, they
jerseys.
have
How bad
these
were they?
white. They have these white button ups that are unbuttoned with a white T-shirt with the
so you
light
have a
blue
white
logo.
T-shirt,
Yeah.
with like a halfway decent logo. And then
I mean,
they're like,
anyone who's seen me at events knows I dress pretty fucking fly. So I go. There's like Bruno, and then there's like me, like in terms of you know,
Absolutely.
dress sense. So I would love to see an example if we can get one. Jamie.
I'm sure you can look it up. Just Google it.
So please,
let's-
What do I type in?
All right.
Okay, let's talk about the
Much
numbers.
like a NASCAR event,
Do the
you
fucking
guys
drop.
talked about how the track was circular and the
Well, let's talk about the
pit
numbers.
stops
Let's
were
talk about the
really
numbers.
good.
Let's talk about
Get
the
to
numbers,
the part
too.
that's interesting.
We'll talk
I
about the
wanna-
numbers first.
I wanna
Okay, so
Okay.
so the Hearthstone event was the Hearthstone. This whole event, right? It wasn't on Twitch, so this whole thing was on Viagame, which is a platform nobody freaking knows about. But what I heard on the first day we got in the 30 range, I think 30K range, which again on Viagame I think is quite good. I don't know what that would have been on Twitch, but I heard on the last day we got somewhere around 80 to 90, and this hasn't been confirmed exactly yet from the Dreamhack folks, which they'll probably come out with, but this is what I've been hearing, and 90K on an unknown streaming platform is goddamn sick. I
That's
mean,
dope.
what
So
is
my
that?
guess is if you did it on Twitch, the best you could do is 10 to 15% more. But I bet Viagame paid more than Twitch could make that 10 or 15% more valuable.
You
to
think it's
the-
only 15% more?
Mm.
I think it's
guess
more
10
than
to
that.
15%.
I think
you
it's
you
more
think
than
it would
that.
be more?
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
way.
you got to understand,
No way.
Viagame doesn't even have fucking chat.
I mean, there's no organics from this. I
You
mean,
can't
imagine it's
type
on front
Kappa.
page. Imagine that's on front page. Amaz is on it. I mean, really?
I
No,
think 10
this is different
15%.
though because all the people that watch Amaz, like, Hearthstone it's not a game you wander into and just watch like it would be on a Twitch front page. It's people that play the game.
I think
So now you have
I
to
don't
do
know.
the math of how many
Exactly right.
people, like of Amaz's people that watch him, the 25,000. How many of those 25,000 did not know this tournament was going on? That were
Yeah, I
like,
think
oh
Jeff
fuck.
I think Jeff is absolutely right. I think there are no strangers that wander into this tournament. I think these are
Really?
enthusiastic Hearthstone fans that just watch this.
Yeah.
So I went 10 to 15% being liberal. I cannot imagine it being more.
Wow. Because I was talking to
especially
Fish. I was talking to Fish Sticks, and he thought it was a lot. It would have been a lot more.
Yeah,
on
of
Twitch.
course Fish
Really?
Sticks thought it was going to be a lot more. That's really weird. That's
on
crazy.
Twitch.
That's crazy.
Well, hold the fucking phone. You don't say. Dear Mr. Barack Obama, who do you think's got the best chance of the World Cup? America? Well, that's a crazy opinion.
Yeah, I gotta
Coming
agree
from
with Jeff.
you.
I went 10 to 15% like being liberal.
So you think DreamHack only got 20 to 25 more than Ray Nad's
And
tournament?
I got off. I just had a Skype message from Sundance right now. Had you guys hosted this at MLG 1 weekend later,
Oh,
500,000 people would have tuned in.
Oh,
I
jeez.
he just said that right now.
all right. Let's move on to the drama.
Armac just messaged me. You won't believe this. No. Okay.
All right, let's talk about the drama. So, in the finals between Amaz and RDU, something this big piece of drama came up, which
Fish
what?
and Big underserves it.
Who?
I said fishy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me just explain what happened. Basically, they're playing the first game. In game two, it was like RDU was playing his mage. Amaz was playing. He was playing Hunter at the time, and during the game, what you would see is you'd see friends from RDU just messaging him things like "Hi Mom" and things like that. And in Hearthstone, for you that those of you who've never played, they have a friends list, kind of like in StarCraft. But unlike StarCraft, there's no away. You can't put yourself in away mode or do not disturb mode
On the iPad, right?
on the iPad. Yes,
Can't you do that normally?
you can turn it off. You can turn it off completely, but there is still no modes. There's still no modes.
I
Okay.
thought if you played it on your computer, you do have an away mode and stuff like that. Confirm or deny.
Honestly, I've never done it.
And
so I
then
actually don't know if it's-
the actual funny thing about this drama is they had them playing on iPads for this event, where in order to prevent messages, you had to delete people from your friends list.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's true.
yes.
And
Okay,
the
okay,
fucking
wait.
thing is that
Well,
they've
let's
got
keep.
access to
Let's keep.
tournament
Let me explain it.
accounts.
Let him explain
Let
it.
me continue
tournament
explaining it.
accounts.
Let me continue explaining it. Okay. So, anyways, what happened because it was an iPad? Every time one of his friends on his friends list messaged him, a cloud bubble comes up, and you can see what they wrote. And what happened was when they were playing each other, you'd see hi moms and stuff like that every once in a while. But then on a very crucial turn 9, some message comes up in Romania, and it's like blah 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 blah, Hunter's Mark, And Hunter's Mark is a card in the game, and it was a card that Amaz actually had at that time. So obviously somebody was trying to tell him what Amaz's cards were, and then somebody translated it, said that he has a bow and a Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
So that happened, and then it happened on stream too. So everybody in the world watching it saw it.
The entire world
Everybody saw
sees
it.
this.
So right when that happens, Twitter goes crazy, Reddit goes crazy, and RDU actually put, I think he put his hand in his face. I can't remember exactly what happened, but he was not happy about it. And what ensued was people accusing him of cheating.
Let me inject real quick
yeah.
before we get to that part.
Okay.
The guy that messaged him was on his friends list because he had to add him for a previous tournament. He wasn't an actual friend even. It was just some fucking douchebag that was still on his friends list
Yeah.
from a previous tournament.
That's how Hearthstone tournaments work, yeah.
Well,
I think that's maybe even how StarCraft.
It's not even just tournaments. I mean, sometimes you just add some. So in Hearthstone, you can't type to each other within the game. So what a lot of people do is you add that person you just played, because they actually give you the ability to add the guy that you just played to your friends list, and then you usually talk trash to each other afterwards. And a lot of times, and a lot of times I leave guys on there on accident and shit like that too. Okay, so I mean, having folks that aren't actually your friends on your friends list is a very common thing in Hearthstone, believe it or not. But anyway, so what ended up happening is they continued to play the game even after that, even though RDU was definitely trying to express concern to the admin, but they continued it, played it through. RDU won it, and then they took a really long break after that, like about a 20-minute break. We were talking about, me, Dan, and Admirable, and even the producers. We were all talking about it because the admins, they were trying to figure out what to do, and and trying to get more opinions on the ruling and stuff like that. And in the end, what ended up happening is they ruled that RDU should have won, so they kept the result, and he ended up winning the tournament 3-0. So all right, so let's talk about.
I want to go first.
Right.
Okay.
No, fuck you, Cody.
okay.
Fuck you. I've actually been quiet.
Sick.
I've actually
You were doing like CS:GO interviews at this time.
Right.
You were hanging out with your CS:GO friends. I want to fucking sink my teeth into this, Richard.
Right,
Please
yeah, so
stop.
right. I
let's let
nearly
Richard talk.
published
Let's
a
let
fucking
Richard.
editorial today, but then I thought better of it, right? Because Dan Artosis actually pretty much fucking summed it up. If you saw that,
Yeah, good
which he
post. Yeah,
published.
good post.
But look, I mean, this fucking drama. Right. First of all, the conspiracy theory. The high mom equals
Leroy Jenkins in
Makes
their
me
hand.
sick, dude. It's so dumb.
What?
Right, listen, right, now, here's the thing, right? If you were going to have a conspiracy with your friends and say, signal something that any retard might say at any given moment, so I know there's a card, you'd probably pick something innocuous like Hi Mom. But what has to be said is, over the course of the entire series, there's absolutely nothing at all to substantiate that this has happened. Right? Now, I saw lots of people absolutely adamant that this 17-year-old new fledgling esports starlet had fucking, got together with his friends and was like, yeah. So tell me on a live stream, right, when their cards are drawn, because no one will possibly know it's the
so
perfect crime. I know, it's like, holy shit, think about what you're actually accusing the guy of.
It
right?
makes me want to know myself.
Now, cheating.
To be honest.
Yeah, I know, serious, right?
To be absolutely honest, like.
I mean, you just can't help himself. All right, continue, Richard. Continue, Richard.
Right? No, but cheating, right? Cheating implies some prior engagement, like a plan, a conspiracy. It's not. It's just random retards being retards. They shouldn't have been on the friends list anyway. They should have all been using tournament accounts.
Yes.
And none of us are having this fucking dumb conversation. And we all know that Blizzard have these tournament accounts and give them out. They definitely exist. So there's that. But then on top of that, people were saying, well, okay, admins should have just done a regame anyway. Let's just have a rematch.
Trifecta. I got to interject right here because this was your conversation.
This is like mine and Jeff's debate the other week, except I'm on the receiving end.
It's fine because I said nothing during the debate last week. So this is the trifecta. This hasn't happened.
Wait, Cody, I got it. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
The trifecta.
Let him finish, Jeff.
The trifecta is when fans get mad at a player, the tournament organizer, and a developer at the same time. So this hadn't actually happened since maybe Marine King, that DC. So it was
It's
crazy.
actually a quad factor because they got fucked off with the streamers as well. Why wasn't there a delay on the
so this is
stream?
insane. This is
Yeah, I
this
know.
is what I'm building this up for a while.
An
Get there, Cody.
unprecedented quad factor. Jeff, you went to school. What
Cody,
comes after
Cody,
it? What,
Cody,
what
continue.
comes after a
Shut up,
trifecta?
shut
What
up,
comes
Cody,
after a
continue.
I'm gonna let Richard go. Before, so I'm gonna
What
let
is
Richard go
this?
nuts.
I just want to
before
know
go
what comes
nuts,
after
but, like,
a trifecta, and then you can continue.
Richard, you guys have always been ahead of us in like the sciences, so you should know. But like, this is just what I wanted to say. Like, yeah, it was absolutely insane. In that moment, they were like so profoundly offended that RDU had cheated his way through this prestigious tournament, and then they were upset at DreamHack for fumbling with their administrative decisions, and then they were so upset for Blizzard not including the features that could have prevented this. So this is just why I wanted to interject, because like it is, it was insane. I could feel the heat in my chair over here in San Francisco, all the way from Sweden. So I just want Richard to continue, but I just want you to like give it the due
God damn it,
context
guys.
it deserved.
Actually, let me hear about Jeff. Let me hear what Jeff has to say about this before we get into that.
I
Ruff
wanted
is
Just watching
Okay.
Tasia just shred people like he didn't know what's going on. What's going on, man?
Oh no.
What was
Cody.
what was the reporting on the floor?
I was hot in my chair too, but it didn't take me 5 minutes to describe it. So
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was sitting up there, we're waiting, we're checking Twitter, and this thing just starts trickling down like, shots fired, can't believe controversy. And I'm like, oh shit. And I was like, guys, something happened in Hearthstone, something actually interesting. Get in here, everyone. And we all huddled around, we read about it. Then I hunted down Artosis and asked him. And then when the smoke clears and like things came clear, and the fucking drama was that a guy messaged him when the guy was up in an impossibly high situation. He could like never lose from that place. And he's like, yo, his last card that doesn't actually fucking matter. It's the wolf. He's got a fucking wolf, man. And then
But,
this
like-
is that comes out, and then he smokes him anyways in the next game for a very easy 3-0 walkover final. I was like, oh, Hearthstone. Oh, Hearthstone.
But I mean, here's the thing as well. They were saying, the admins should have given like a rematch, and then you've erred on the side
Yeah.
of caution. Well, that would set a fucking outrageous precedent, because here we
I
are with no evidence.
Yep.
Here we are with absolutely no evidence whatsoever. And just so people understand, it's like, look, right? Like, even if you've got that tiniest like little inkling of doubt, an admin's got to be 100% sure, or you undermine the credibility of the whole tournament. And I can't believe any Hearthstone fan would have wanted such a great tournament, the best Hearthstone tournament to date, and one that really shows it can be a competitive, viable esports. As we've just said, we've waxed lyrical about it. Why the fuck would you want it tainted with like this obscure Orwellian, oh, well, let's just do a rematch because we don't really know what's going on? So that's bullshit. You've got to be 100% sure if you're going to tarnish someone as a cheater, even if it's 70% or 8% or 90%. It was nowhere near that. It's completely the other way.
To be honest, I'm okay with him deliberating, because this is the first time that happened, and it's a weird UI thing that happened. Like, it's not like he deliberately left D&D off, which they explicitly had in their rules. They didn't have it in their rules that you're supposed to erase.
No,
all
they
of
didn't
it.
have any of this
They
stuff
didn't
in the
know.
rules.
It was a weird UI thing that occurs. So the fact that they deliberated and talked about it, and one of the ideas that came up was rematch. The other idea was no, he was so far ahead that fuck it, he probably didn't cheat. I don't. You know what? That part to me is so tepid. I don't care. Like that makes sense that they talked about it. In fact, I'd be more upset if they came back and said, "Oh no, he cheated that game, so we're going to penalize him for the loss, and then it's now 1-1. We'll go into game number 3." That would have been that would.
So, like prior, he was getting spammed prior to like the illicit message, and a lot of people were just actually saying on Twitter like, "It's just getting fucking annoying." Like, you see, like, what I would presume were family members saying things like, "You're the better player. Good luck." This, that, and this had been actually happening all tournament. Like I saw it on day one.
Bad. That's bad with the admins. They should have paused, deleted all the friends instantly, because
what's funny?
This is where I agree. This is where I agree. Like I think they should have like as soon as they recognized this was going to be an issue, because it happened in the round of 4 as well. But in the finals, like in the very earliest turns, he was getting spammed by like friends or family members being like, "You're the better player. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck." This sort of thing. I even tweeted like before like the original message went out, like, yo, is there a busy mode? And then people let me know that like, hey, it's on an iPad. There's no busy mode. I agree with Jeff. This is one of those things that like it becomes an issue because like if you're an admin, you're like at the absolute lowest echelons at these tournaments.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to make decisions whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
No one, you cannot make like an on the fly decision. So one of the unfortunate sort of ramifications of that being true is that in the finals, this player got sent his opponent's hand, and the horrible thing about this is like he wasn't cheating. If you're out here watching and you think he's a cheater, you're a fucking idiot.
Yes.
It's over. He's
But-
not a cheater. Sorry.
Yeah,
I think they've
like,
gotten over that part of it.
You know
It's
what?
just-
Next
it's just-
next
it's
Hearthstone
just
tournament,
young-
they'll fix it.
Yeah,
fine.
that's
Yeah, but, like,
that's what I mean. That's the
exactly
biggest
right.
thing. It's just learning
Yeah.
from the mistakes here.
Right. I was a little bit sort of peeved with the whole Via game thing, like, and I'll tell you why. Like, I mean, I
What's that have
know.
to do? Okay.
Right. Well, no. Here's why. Okay. So first of all, I mean, like, right. I am right in saying the stream had no delay on it, right? I mean, that's,
Yeah, there was no delay.
Yeah.
There was no
Right.
delay.
I mean, that is. Well, okay. People can make it that way they will. I mean, that shouldn't. There's no need to label that particular point. But also, Via Game are very quick to throw the fucking DreamHack admins under the bus.
yes,
even-
that was ridiculous.
Right,
That's-
and they actually said, "Oh well, like, you know, hey, we're just the broadcasters, but maybe if the admins had done their job." And I'm like, "Holy fucking shit!"
They had,
Right?
they had a tweet where they're like, "We're meeting with the
Yeah.
admins. We can."
and,
what
and the
the
admins wouldn't let us regame it. It's like, dudes, you're the broadcasters. You were graciously given this business over Twitch, and I know Twitch certainly wanted Hearthstone on Twitch and not this new platform, you know. But you made your pitch. You got what you wanted. Don't fucking disrespect DreamHack by blaming the admins publicly. I mean, even if it was true, which
Yeah,
I've got no,
it's equivalent
you
of,
know,
like of Asus tweeting that they wanted like someone to rule in on like one of their Dota tournaments. Like it was absolutely the question.
So I mean,
bad.
that
Yeah.
was insane. I think the other thing as well, I got to mention this because you know people have mentioned this. Like people were all saying, "Oh my god, you know, fuck Totalbiscuit," because he tweeted proven cheating in Hearthstone tournament organizer at Vigan, blah blah blah. Everyone can read his tweet. Now the thing with what John was actually talking about, if you look at the tweet and you would just break it down as a percentage, the point he was making was that it was actually, you know, you were able to cheat. I don't think he was calling the player necessarily a cheat. I don't think he believes RDU cheated. I think what he was saying was there was that potential to cheat. He was given information. How's this happened? And, you know, his point is perfectly fine and correct. The tournament had some clear holes in it, which needed, you know, needn't have been there. So just to wrap up all of these points, and then I'll let someone who knows what they're talking about speak. I think, you know, what I would say is that all the people who are like getting, you know, caught up in this fucking anti-RDU train, I hope there's not anybody out there still. You know, you've got to realize that this is a young guy. He was clearly shaken. Everyone on the casting desk told me he was really upset, like almost in tears about it. He told an admin straight away when it happened.
He did.
This
Yep,
is
he
not
did.
a guy who was involved in a fucking conspiracy. And do you want to know what I really want to say? Amaz, what a fucking class act, because he has done everything he can to deflect the fucking rampant pitchforkery away from RDU. And like, seriously,
All right, so
what a
l-
classy competitor to release a vlog.
I want to
saying
double
don't
back
blame
though.
him.
Like
I-
so, this is I think Richard's sentiment is absolutely true, but it's one of those. This hasn't been addressed yet. To put the perspective of the drama in context, this was the #1 post on the entirety of Reddit until USA beating Ghana usurped it. So that was the we're talking
wow,
about, like,
okay,
let's
okay.
think about this.
We
This
did
was
it
the-
right.
I didn't even realize that, but okay. Wow.
Yes, this is just so absolutely insane. So this is a young 17-year-old kid, maybe living the day of his life, and he was just absolutely torn asunder by I don't even know what would cause you to provoke, like. So let's presume this kid is like in a cheating ring, and like the best he can come up with is like, hey man. So the first, it's like a Russian nesting doll. the first level, it was like, hey, how you just messaged me my opponent's hand like on a 40-foot screen.
Oh,
while
I know what $16 is
80
the things
It's the
that
open that
exactly.
keeps opening.
Yeah,
keeps opening,
exactly.
keeps opening. Yeah.
So the first one is just like message me his
Wow.
hand. The second one is like we do this elaborate code, but you figure it out. This kid is like maybe the best Hearthstone player in the entire world, and his story is absolutely lost. Not only is he maybe the best Hearthstone player in the world, he was one of 2 players in the entire tournament playing a Freeze Mage deck. Like, not only is he just great, he's an innovator. Hours after the tournament, he had a Reddit post where he was like trying his best to explain himself, and it was downvoted to oblivion. It was absolutely crazy.
deleted.
The one shout out post that there was that happened the day after the tournament got like 300 upvotes, while the main post, while hey, this kid is a huge cheater, welcome to the wide world of Reddit, got like 2,600. It's just absolutely insane. Like, it's just so fucked.
Yeah, so okay, let me add a few points there. So, Richard, you're saying a mods class act, totally agree, and I want to add one more thing that they need to improve or they need to fix next time, the Dreamhack folks, is that Amaz wasn't even informed of what was going on
he didn't
during
know
this
what
entire
was
thing,
going
right?
on.
So that was really bad, and because if you look at the whole thing, guys, Amaz is like the biggest victim out of all of this, right? Because he can do anything, and he actually
I disagree.
You think you disagree there? Why do
Oh,
you disagree?
RDU is the biggest victim by far. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
I agree with Jeff again.
okay. I mean,
it's not
it's
even
okay.
close. Like you're actually out of line right now, ChanManV.
By saying that he's a
I'm gonna
victim.
ban you from your own chat. Where's your name?
Oh, come on. All right. The only reason I'm saying is that because he didn't do
Vanilla
anything.
1, 2, 3.
He didn't need to do. I mean, he was a person affected by just
Yeah, as well.
this
Where
whole
was Robin
circumstance.
though? Like,
okay?
what the fuck?
Okay, I don't know where Robin was, but okay.
He was
Anyways,
watching his 2 players
he
kill
wasn't-
each other in the finals. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like,
no, man, fucking yeah, exactly right. But anyways, okay, so they didn't inform him of that. Also, another thing too is that obviously RDU had to delete his friends. I don't think Amaz had to delete his friends.
they said
Oh.
both of them had to delete their
It's a
friends.
minor
Great.
thing, but I'm just saying it's just a
Next
minor
tournament,
thing.
in the
Everyone deletes
finals-
his
Yes.
friends if it's on an
Exactly.
iPad, or they
Okay.
do away if it's on Battle.net.
Exactly.
It's
Sure.
fine.
Sure. So I think currently, I think the community's over the fact that just saying hateful things about RDU being a cheater and stuff, and I think everybody is trying to help remedy that. And just to tell you how collective the players were, and just all of us, Artosis, myself, Admirable, and everybody, we were all sitting in the hotel like after we got back after the event, and we were trying to post on Reddit, just a collective type of thing where Artosis was going to post it, and they kept deleting our threads just because there was just so much spam, at the time. But all the players were basically, just basically chipping in or trying to, get their word in the collective statement type of thing. But what gets me right now is that Artosis posts this like amazing post like on Hearthstone U, just explaining everything. It was an excellent post, and it was a good. You did a wonderful job at really walking through all of the things, and and I made a quick video on it, and like. We get labeled being lemmings because anybody who's associated with the event is just going to try to,
Well, I'll
shit like
interject.
that. I'm like, what the fuck, guys? If I'm a fucking lemming, I wouldn't say a goddamn thing about it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
it's
so
just-
I saw your post. Dan's got deleted at the same time. All of the posts got deleted. They made a master thread about it. Dan's big mistake, and if I was maybe Dan's manager, I would advise him against this. Was he started his, hey, you guys got RDU all wrong by saying, like, I've casted more I've done more esports tournaments
Oh well,
than
okay.
maybe anyone else in the history of the world. So while the
That sounds like
peasants
Dan.
were-
At least you know it's not a troll
May,
account.
may not
Yeah,
be
exactly.
true.
Well, the peasants-
Actually, may not be true.
while the peasants are revolting, the last thing you want to do is indicate that
You're
you
better
have
than
a
me. Okay.
difference between
Gentlemen, I'm here to speak on behalf of myself, the king of
Exactly.
all of you.
I don't even need to finish this analogy because like Jeff nailed it. Like that's the absolute last thing that you want to do, and they tore him asunder. And I think Dan made all the right points.
Yeah, Dan was on the money though.
Oh, he was, and the thing is that Dan doesn't usually come out with things like this. He doesn't usually make really strong statements about that.
Most of the drama around Dan, he just ignores. You're right.
Exactly. Yeah.
My big
so-
concern is though that this kid played out of his mind, and I think so. Like he was fourth at Romania, and he was first here. Like, he is on the short list of best Hearthstone players in the entire world. And this entire tournament was solely by this. That's not what he's remembered for, right? It's
Not
just
right now,
not.
at least. I mean, people are getting, like I said, people are getting over it. And for those of you that are in StarCraft, it'd be like, God, I'm trying to think of an example of somebody that's just.
No.
Is there anybody in StarCraft that just?
I don't feel like there's an apt comparison. Like, this kid
There
actually played out of his fucking mind.
Well, I mean,
He played a
what
weird
I'm trying to get at
class.
is this guy was like not known. I mean, he's done pretty well at other tournaments, but he's just not like one of those household names in our community. And this is supposed to be one of those moments, making him a household name.
He
in our
posted
community.
a couple of times on Reddit, and it was fucking downvoted to shit. Like, he ended up like maybe like a couple positive. It was just absolutely crazy.
He just did an AMA not that long ago, about 9 hours ago, and
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, he probably wishes that was downvoted as shit, because
It's just it's so fucked. So
Yeah,
the way I
it's not
put
the
it
best.
was, it was a 2000 level, or like a 2000 StarCraft level drama. Like, this is the equivalent of Alex Garfield picking up Puma level drama. Like, the entire internet rallied just to get like
I
really
know.
hate filled on this person. It was just so insane. It was so
But I think
unnecessary.
that's what's so funny
Just
about
like
this.
that was so unnecessary. It's absolutely crazy.
I don't know. I don't want to. I think, guys, like, it's already to give you an idea of what kind of drama this is. This happened like 2 or 3 days ago, 4, and it's already pretty much old news. Like, this guy is going to recover.
Yep.
He's going to post just fine. The next tournament he does well at, people will bring this up, but it'll be very tepid, very quiet, and then he'll move on. This is not career ending. If it was like, if a major organization came out and like banned him as a cheater and shit like that, then I think we have more to go on that this does
Sure.
become huge drama. What happened was a guy in a new esport area was elevated. He won, and there was accusations of drama. So he's getting double spotlight right now. There's like 2 fucking spotters on him. And when the spotters are on you, the trolls can see you from bridges all across internet land. All across internet land. So they come jogging over. They're like, what do we got here, guys? Don't care, faggot. Let's just go call him some names. And then they just go in, and they're just hammering away at him, downvoting a whole bunch. He's 17, so he's crying. He's emotional about it. They're jerking off onto their monitors. This is a great time in the world for trolls. But then, like, people are like, wait a second, he's not a cheater. It's Hearthstone. Like, we're all actually pretty reasonable, calm people because we play a pretty reasonably calm game, and, it's not that emotional. And then the spotlights kind of came up, and the trolls were like, back under my fucking bridge. Wait till something new comes out, and then they jog backwards under their bridges, and it's gone already.
That's actually
Yep.
maybe appropriate.
No, that's
Yeah.
actually pretty good right there, Jeff.
I think my final point that I like to make as well is just before we move on, it's just the essence of esports and drama right now kind of going hand in hand. We all know where the industry is right now in terms of that being super important. It's almost as if I think if you remove drama from esports, I think we're all back to our office jobs and all that, like within 3 months. Like, seriously, it's such a vital part of what we do, and we all pretend that we hate it, and we do hate it because usually it's about us and it fucks us over. But if you're someone like me who is a bottom feeder, an esports parasite who gets to write about the drama, it's pretty fucking great. So I think it's good that Hearthstone's arrived. Like, they couldn't have announced their arrival in a better way. And I hope they look back on this and laugh, 3 months from now. Like, Christ, remember when we were
They'll
all
look
worried
back
about
and
that?
not see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it
that-
will be.
That's
That's
the
what it
last
will be.
point that I
Because
wanted.
by then it's going to be fucking sex scandals, like players fucking, doing coke. And
I got your
all
next
sorts.
drama for Hearthstone. They're going to find a way to code in cards. They're going to find decks that have 49 cards, and they're going to be like, how'd you do this? And then the guy hits a button, and a skull shows up on every screen that's playing Hearthstone at that time, and it says, you just got jammed. And they're all going to be like, oh, shit, it's the jam hacker of Hearthstone.
Yeah.
He's going to collect money online
When,
for a while.
when hacks come to Hearthstone, that's going to be sweet.
I think there might be
pretty
hacks
hard.
already on Hearthstone, but so I'm not going to go to Slam Jam and Skull NBA 2K. I'm not going to NBA 2K level, but
What?
but so like
Gotta dare to drink, Cody.
A Hearthstone incident
I'm jamming.
was the #1 on Reddit all.
Yeah.
So I think the last bit of you naysayers nibbling on your bread and rat meat, whatever the fuck you're hanging on to, I think Hearthstone's made it.
Okay,
man.
man. One time,
Put it this way, I know Hearthstone's
my
made
head
it.
was at the top of Reddit too. So like,
What was it? What was on the top of Reddit for you?
the fucking hair falling on my head and me transforming into like this big blonde flowing hair gif. Like,
Jeff, if I wouldn't give up on that if it weren't. So like, what I'm saying is, Hearthstone
all right.
needs to send it to
it's
Jeff
got
level.
tons of fans. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what exactly.
All right. I think we're good.
Hearthstone's definitely
You
made it.
made it,
'cause
boys.
Desro's in the
Yeah,
chat saying
made it.
shit it is. There you go. It's over, guys.
Okay.
Desrose woke up. Fuck off.
That grows really up.
Yeah. Susie's in the chat now. Still on Hearthstone episode.
All right, keep the league. We actually have
Hearthstone's
questions
made it.
answered. They're kind of
Desrose,
cool.
like,
All right, come on. Let's move on. So, any
Right.
any last thoughts on DreamHack? We spent 2 hours on DreamHack.
Let's get Brokenshard on, man.
We gave every thought there is.
All right.
Because he's got to go to sleep. Because
Counter-Strike Go, yo! I want to hear Richard defend his boy.
All right, you want to get Brokenshard on? All right, let's get Brokenshard
yeah.
on.
Because seriously, if we don't get him on, like it's
Is,
like 3 a.m.
is
where it
Thorn
is.
dead? Is Thorn's career over? Are you not going to defend him?
We'll talk about dead Thorin in a bit, but
Oh my god!
if we could
I think
just.
Thorn's pretty.
All right. So we're gonna call Broken. You want to lead it into the segment, Richard?
Oh right, okay. So yeah, basically, Brokenshard is a dude who plays games,
Dude,
and no, he's
thanks.
the jungler for Complexity, and Riot made this massive overture to the whole esports community, actually, not just League of Legends, about how, oh look, we've got these legit visas now. Look what we're doing for esports, even though it was kind of a bit disingenuous because. Esports athletes have had visas and qualified for visas many times over before them, but good job, Riot, marketing department, well done. But anyway, this guy who plays for Complexity, if you don't know him, he has had to go back to Israel to get a new visa, and because of the issues he's encountered, basically the visa is so delayed, he's going to basically get kicked from his team. Well, did get kicked from his team. And they've had to replace him with another player, so it's pretty much fucked him over. So Riot, nice one. So there you go.
More accurate though, I guess, right? If
Yeah.
there's a bright side to this.
Maybe there's a bright side. I don't know.
Maybe there is. Hey, Ram, you
Maybe.
there?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Here's the guy. Thanks for staying up for until fucking 3 a.m., dude. Sorry about that. But I know you've been drinking all day at a wedding, so it should be good, right?
I'm a little bit less buzzed now, so it's okay.
Fuck, I really wanted to get you on when you were wasted, so you'd say a bunch.
Just kick
The
him
worst.
off.
I would break the bar getting wasted. I have ridiculously high alcohol tolerance.
Sounds
Richard's
like fucking
he's
challenge.
he's off his team. I was hoping you were drunk so I could get you out of the scene entirely with your comments on the show.
Yeah,
You know, I
this
actually met you while I was tipsy in Control. I met you at Lone Star.
Okay.
That was
Okay.
interesting thing.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't. I don't think you were drunk enough because I don't remember you like kicking me or something like that. Or
No, I tried to hug you, and
Ultimate
you kind of like
professional.
moved into a handshake and then walked.
Oh, the friend zone.
shit. Sorry.
Friend zone.
Jeff, when are you gonna stop friend zoning your fans? Because I read comments like this on Reddit as well. Like you seriously good. It's like some guy asked you for a monster drink and you were just like, "Fuck off." Come on, dude. You're better than this.
All right, get in the interview. I want to hear what this guy's got to say.
Well, look, why didn't you just tell us about it, Ram? Like, your perspective. Because personally, from what I know and what I read on your blog and everything else, it sounded like you just got royally fucked over.
Basically, that's what it is. I just got like completely and utterly screwed over by a system that was supposed to be really, really simple and easy to get done, but unfortunately was just way, way more complicated than it should have been. And ultimately, it's just completely fucking destroyed everything.
Okay, so I think the important thing is, right, like we're esports, we're an esports community. All the people watching this show, they like to get their pitchforks out. So who the fuck do we blame? Do we blame you? Do we blame Complexity? Do we blame Riot? Do we blame Israel? Like, who do we blame?
Blame the U.S. government. Just
Fuck, I should have known it was them, like, kind of. But yeah, tell me why.
Because, okay, so Riot, on one hand, they provided me with basically with the contact to the lawyer who had done this in the past for almost like everybody. He did it for EG, did it for Bjergsen, did it for Dexter. Like, the guy's done it before. He's done it for every player that has to get a P1 visa, an athletic entertainer's visa. He's done it for them. And in every single one of the cases, None of them. This is the first case ever in League of Legends that has had this many problems. And
Yeah, but
I'm not sure
because
why.
you're from Israel?
To organized crime. So.
I don't think it's that I'm from Israel or that my last name is like an Arabic last name or anything, something in that sense. I just think that the game just got to a level where it's like becoming more and more common that people are going to be transferred, and the USCIS are like, all right, you've given us these projected numbers for like how much money you're making. Let's see some fucking hardcore numbers. And right, we're like, well, shit. You've just denied this guy's visa. We're going to get our shit together and resend the application. And that altogether is going to take 4 to 5 weeks. And at that point, my team's like, well, fuck, you're going to come here on week 9. That's going to be fucking hardcore because my team, well, Complexity aren't doing so hot. I mean, it's safe
really
to
aren't.
say that it's safe
What
to say that
about-
they're expecting to get into relegations. So when you're thinking from their perspective, they're like, well, fuck, we're only going to get to play 2 weeks with Brokenshard. You know, what if he comes back and the synergy is completely off? We're going to get into relegations as a weaker team. I don't blame them, Complexity, for choosing to pick Kez, because that's like, they're going to be able to mesh out problems, fix synergy. They may not escape relegations, but they have a better chance coming into relegations and taking out the challenger team and retaining their spot. But, yeah.
How
for
long
me,
ago did this start? Did you guys start pursuing a visa? How long ago was that?
So we made LCS. Literally the day of, I contacted Rioters and like, yo, put me in contact with the lawyer.
This
I'm gonna
was
get
this
shit done
year's.
as soon
Hey,
as
by the
possible.
way, this was this year, right?
Yeah.
How long ago was it? A specific date. When did you guys win your LCS?
Well,
When
Yeah,
we made
we
LCS
gotta-
was like May 17th. No, it was earlier.
I'm
than
laughing
that.
already, Jeff. Let's share a moment and just kind of laugh with one
Sure.
another, right? Okay. Are you laughing? Am I laughing?
I'm prepared to.
Okay.
Tell me what we're laughing at.
What?
At the
Prepared
it's just
to laugh.
absolutely insane. You cannot get a visa that quickly. As a
Yeah.
former team manager, you just cannot get a
Yeah,
visa
but
that quickly.
Cody, dude, right? He didn't even know he was going to be in the fucking league.
Yeah,
And
but get
I
a
don't,
visa anyways,
I
right?
don't blame him about this. Like that's not his fault. As a player, it's absolutely not his fault whatsoever.
Let
This
me
happens
just
across all of
interject.
esports.
Let me
Yeah.
just interject really fast.
Interject,
Okay?
Graham.
So there's something really new about this particular split. The time between qualifying and actually playing was reduced from something like 2 to 3 months, or not even 2 to 3 months. That's a little bit too much. 1 to 2 months to literally 2.5 weeks. 2.5
Okay.
weeks after qualifying, I was expected to be ready to play. In the past, teams that qualified had at least almost a month and a half to 2 months before the split actually started.
Broken
look at
Shard.
it-
I look at
I'm-
the right
I'm-
level and I
I'm
say
on
that
Broken
they should
Shard's
notify
side.
you guys then.
No.
So-
I'm just pointing that out. That this is completely new and unique to this summer split.
Yep.
Like just
Okay,
to this summer split.
So just so all the league naysayers, I'm actually on your side here because like I've been on. It's absolutely crazy, especially get a U.S. visa, especially with how feverishly Riot tugged on their dicks after they had allegedly gotten athlete's visa for everyone who wanted to play in LCS. So, player eligibility rule 1.2 over here for the LCS. Each player must submit proof that at the time of any LCS affiliated match, so this would have been a match that you would have played in, he or she is a legal resident of the country of their region or is work eligible, right? So you qualified when? Late May?
I think it was early May even, because I know that the first LCS match was on the 23rd of May.
Okay, and then you need to be qualified. You need to be eligible to work here in June. And we're not even halfway through June, right?
No, we're
What
past
happened was I was in the country on a visa waiver program,
Yes,
which technically actually does make me eligible to play the tournament, but not to actually receive the salary, which I didn't receive.
Mhm.
Because the other players, I believe Dexter and Bjergsen, have played matches on a VWP. And I believe also all of EG have come in initially to the country on visa waiver programs. And
Yeah.
when the visa waiver programs expired, they pretty much the way that they did it is when you send up the application to the USCIS for a P1, it takes 2 to 3 weeks for them to send back an answer. All right, we accept it. Go do an interview at your consulate, get the visa on your passport, and then come back, with that visa. So
Yeah, of
basically, the
course.
way that it was done is you did it.
Horseshit.
Yeah.
It was horseshit the entire time. Yeah, that. No one's accusing you of like. Using
Yeah,
like,
I don't look
Yeah.
at you
No,
at
no, no,
that
no.
point any
I mean,
blame.
yeah.
I
I'm
say
just
this
trying
process
I'm just trying to
is a
give
little
as
bit
much
silly.
information as possible right now.
Like this has always been a clusterfuck. I know that EG had a tough time with this as well for similar reasons. The process takes so long, but I guess what I would say is, if what needs to happen on like the fundamental mechanical level of this system is that if you're listening, or if you're a Riot guy, and hopefully you can affect change, you don't wait. You don't tell kids like, yeah, if you qualify, make sure and get that visa. Actually, if you're on a team that is in a position to even come close to qualifying, you've already invested time and money. So spend that extra time and money to make sure that you have a visa, so that you're not kicked off of LCS, or you'll become the Brokenshard story, which is your story, which is you are a LCS level competitive player on an LCS competing team that is now teamless, and you're kind of a sad story. You're a sob story because nobody wants to point the finger at anyone, but the system kind of fucked you over, right?
Yeah, kind of. But just to make something clear, I'm the very first of a player that transferred regions and qualified through the challenger scene. Bjergsen was picked up directly onto TSM. Dexter was picked up directly onto CLG. All of EG were put directly into the relegation tournament. So none of these players had to spend extended periods of time in the States, not in the LCS. The only exception, I believe, is LMQ, but they already had specific work visas. Not P1s, but I think they had different types of work visas. All they needed to do was
Sorry, I was just going to
them.
say about Dexter as well. Like, not only that, right? It's not as if they had a fucking smooth history.
With
right
Dexter,
in the
LCS. It was a completely different thing. He came back without the P1
it was different. I know it was different, but what I'm saying is that for again, Riot have been very vocal about how they're going to support foreign players, and they're going to get them these visas. Well, Dexter turned up and got fucking handcuffed and put in a cell and flown back home, which and there wasn't a Riot representative to be seen anywhere at all.
You mean there's not a Riot employee showing up at the gate? Just
in Riot's defense, it sounds like in all these cases they tried. They can't,
No,
it sounds like they tried through their absenteeism.
But trying doesn't make the case, man. This shit is so. It's just absolutely so extreme. Like,
well, yeah, it's still these are young guys trying to fucking make a career for themselves. I certainly know this doesn't apply to Ram on the phone right now, but I know it does to some of the other people. Like, Bjergsen was really wet behind the ears. He won't mind me saying that. He's a young guy, like, and they don't know what paperwork you need and blah 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 blah. And people might say, okay, well, it's up to the organizational managers. You're probably right, but then what's going on with Riot? This should be a fucking painless process. This is meant to be a recognizable esports league with all this money being pumped into it. It's meant to be super professional. I shouldn't have to be hearing about players getting handcuffed at airports. That shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't have to be hearing about Ram having to go back to Israel only to get told, sorry, the way we've organized our schedule means there's no possible way you can get an updated visa in time to compete in the league, and you get fucked over and your career's over. Bjergsen shouldn't have to be nipping home at any point to get paperwork renewed. That isn't how it works in any other fucking sporting league in America. So, Riot have got to pull their fucking socks up and get something done about this, or we're going to hear more and more stories, because we all know NA are going to keep importing players because their talent pool sucks ass.
I agree with Richard entirely.
I agree with Rachel as well.
Rachel.
Let's get Rachel on this fucking call.
Why not?
Where the fuck is Rachel?
Why not?
I agree with Richard
She knows
entirely.
more than Cody.
Yeah, she might. She actually
knows a lot.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I just have to agree with Richard. Like, the yesteryear's big, let's pound on the chest, let's call this a victory story, was that someone got a visa. So yeah, you guys could probably all get visas. It's like it's the equivalent, like, remember the last party you went to, and like your friend tells you a story that you kind of sort of believe. That's the equivalent of, like, hey, we all have visas, we've all made it. Yeah, man, yeah. Just come over. Just like the Evil Geniuses players had to, kind of tap out a little bit last year, or at the last split. Like, this shit just all happens. Like, you're all over here on your shitty visas, and you all know it. So, Unfiltered, right? I mean, you guys are all on not awesome visas. And you guys
That's what I mean. Like, I'm not asking Riot to rewrite U.S. immigration law. Geopolitics has gone too fucking far, for that. and it's probably only going to get worse in reality. But I think they should be there as a facilitator, a mediator. And Ram, your experience, to get back to you, the guy we've invited on the show at like 3 a.m. where he is, and then just summarily ignored. You were pretty much alone. Like, didn't you have to do like loads of this by yourself and like facilitate?
No, not
No,
even.
no. Don't give me not
Complexity-
even. Didn't you have to start the talks with the lawyer? I'm sure you said that.
Riot gave us the contact of the lawyer, who's essentially been their go-to guy for
Just
every
saying.
single one of the visas.
I know you can't say anything bad. Let me do it. Let me do.
No,
God's
I'm
work.
not trying to say bad because it's honestly not Riot's fault in this entire situation. I didn't
Is
do
it
any of this alone
Complexity's
because
fault?
no, it's not Complexity's fault at
Is
all.
it your
because
fault?
Oh,
Complexity,
you're not leaving a lot of
Complexity-
options, Ram.
there really
your-
isn't much at fault. The U.S. visa system really
It's
sucks.
United States, okay. But I mean, like, so.
No, I'm not going to
It's-
stop.
okay,
Am
so
I?
let-
Am I?
okay,
at
okay.
liberty-
US.
so-
Let me tell you a story. All right. Story time for a sec. Right. Riot have been way more than helpful with me in this entire process. All right. They've literally had to deal with so much of my fucking stupid shit on the VWPs in the challenger scene coming up to getting into the LCS. They've been more than accommodating with everything. Getting into the LCS, giving me the contact with the lawyer, Complexity, the Jason Lake, Jason Base, those guys have been way more than accommodating and sitting with me and getting the fucking paperwork done. We actually did it really fast. We got all of the paperwork done within like 5 days, which is a really big deal because I didn't have half my shit ready. We got that sent into the lawyer, and we actually sent it in ahead of time. We sent it ahead of schedule because the plan was I would play the first 2 weeks, and literally the second my VWP expired, I leave the country. Second I land in Israel, okay, the USCS give me back the answer, which should have been a yes. I do my interview, and within a week and a half, maybe maximum is 2 weeks, I'm back in the country. So the only thing that went wrong is the USCIS sent the visa back and said, we don't like what you sent, give us more evidence. And that
No,
really
that's
fucked
actually
everything.
not accurate at all. The only thing that went wrong is, and this actually, this is congruent with like my understanding of like esports sort of visa negotiation. The only you were expecting that like any bureaucratic organization was going to like have you fly back to the other side of the world. And then you would like cross your fingers and toes that when you landed in your country, that like this was going to work out. This was never going to work out. So I don't know.
Maybe
Like I'm not
maybe I'm
upset
just
at you.
a bit
I'm not
naive.
upset at you. I think I really wish you would.
Can I address the elephant in the room? That
Yeah.
story sucked. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna come on.
Alright. I'm not really good at
Seriously,
telling
Ram.
stories. That's
I'm teasing, man. It's fine.
It was,
Well,
I
all right.
I'm not
just sorry.
really-
It just flashed up. We'll be right back on the stream as well. Like the
Yeah,
story
that was-
wasn't that bad. The story wasn't that bad.
Even fucking
Chris. Like,
ChanMan's pulling the plug on the story.
I know.
Holy cow.
Jesus Christ. No wonder we can't sell the T-shirts. But look, like seriously, here's the thing. Like I know you're in an awkward position, Ram. I'm gonna go all weird and fucking just say I look. It's like that scene in Good Will Hunting where he just says it's not your fault over and over again until
Are
you
gonna
cry.
start crying? Is he
I'm gonna do that
Oh my
now.
God.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. It's not your fault. It's not your
No,
fault.
no, it's not your
It
fault.
really isn't. And look, I think look, I don't. I know you've got to come out and say you can't say anything bad about Riot, or you're never going to work in LCS again. But clearly, the system has some deficiencies. Maybe it is a U.S. immigration law thing. So if it is, Riot need to be out front and fucking center talking about what those problems are and negotiating in the same way they claimed to initially. To make sure you guys come over on actual, real athlete visas. Yeah, so you can stay there and live the fucking dream. Not have to fly back to your native country every few fucking weeks to jump through hoops and pretend that, what you do is like, it doesn't have ties to this and it doesn't have time to that. It's like, it's fucking stupid. Like, it's a ridiculous dance they shouldn't have to do. So I'm just
I
saying.
think we all agree with that.
I wish that it would be very easy to openly just be like, it's your fault. But at the end of the day, me pointing the finger at someone and saying it's your fault isn't going to help me. I'm removed from
Yeah,
complexity.
it's not
I'm
gonna
no
help you, but it'll
longer.
help us.
I'm no longer in
Well, that was.
NALCS. It
Yeah,
really
you're
kind of
gonna-
fucking
you're gonna,
sucks.
you're gonna get back into it, bro. Like seriously, like you will get back into it at some point, and you know that, which is why we're being, fucking Christopher calculations when it comes to saying it's not Riot's fault, guys. Riot are great, and that's cool, man. Riot are great. I love them too. Like, that's fucking awesome.
So I want you to understand clearly. Like you must be a fantastic player. Albeit I don't follow the sport, but I remember last year so feverishly beating Riot off at as they announce over and over and over and over and over and over again that they've conquered the U.S. immigration system. And you guys are all athletes, but that's proven time and time again to not be true.
Clearly, it's
Needs
not
to be
because-
necessary, and evil geniuses has to fly half their players back, over and over again. Everyone's over here on tourist visas, and we're just crossing our fingers. So that's the entire point. So I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm just
No.
And if I understand correctly, I'm pretty sure when you do these sort of things for big companies, and you talk to lawyers in America, I'm pretty sure the immigration lawyer for Riot is a guy called Jeff Evans, I think. He's done some esports stuff, but he's got long-standing, as an immigration law specialist. I'm pretty sure you end up putting a gag order anyway. So here's the thing: even if you wanted to say something, I know you couldn't. So I don't want to fucking keep you up too late, Ram, and I don't want to labor the point. But I certainly don't want to let Cody speak again. So
Hey, is this unfiltered? Am I on unfiltered right now?
yes,
it.
we got Destiny here.
I've been calling it radio shows all night. Fuck.
Right. So I just want to say that I think, look, we know the process can be refined. We know they can do things better. And if you're going to bang the drum about how awesome you are and how you can get your players visas so they have wonderful careers, I think you've got a moral obligation to come out and talk about things when they go wrong. And things have gone wrong multiple times now. You've got fucked the worst, Ram. I mean, you really got bent over bad, and that sucks. And I know you're going to bounce back. But seriously, like, Riot need to talk about this. This can't be swept under the carpet. It can't be the elephant in the room. We need to know why the visas are more problematic than they made it originally sound.
It's
I
just
think
a really
that's
difficult
absolutely- yeah.
subject for me out. Basically.
Yeah, no, I get it, brother. I totally
And
get it.
it's also very emotional for me because I feel like a lot of the hard work that I put into, like a lot of the sacrifices I made moving across the country, living kind of off my own money, and qualifying kind of just like went all to waste. But yeah, I mean, the system sucks, and the system has fucked people over in the past. Albeit I got fucked over the worst. But like honestly, let's hope that me getting fucked over so hard isn't gonna make the next guy not get as fucked anymore. That the next guy that tries to get a P1 visa is gonna have a smoother process, and they're gonna be able to get their
Get in
their
early.
career
That's
in
the
order.
I
entire
don't know
point,
what you're
yeah.
like.
Wait, but
Ram.
why would that happen? What's
What-
what's going to change after you getting fucked by the visa system that's going to make it easier for the next guy?
They'll know
I
to
don't
do it
know.
earlier.
I honestly just don't know. Like maybe they're
Yeah,
gonna
that's-
change it. Maybe they're gonna change it, make it so that you have more than 3 weeks after qualifying to actually get your shit together. Who knows? Maybe there's gonna be some changes because LCS is still kind of young. It's like it's the fourth split, over 2 years. It's still kind of young. There's still gonna be issues. Take a look at LCS now compared to the first split. Obviously, there's so many things better. So if someone kind of figures out what went fucking wrong and then they make sure it doesn't go wrong the next time, then yeah, I guess in some kind of fucked up way, it's kind of worth it that I got absolutely wrecked right now.
There's
I think the problem is that the problem is that the problem,
boys.
So the problem, looking at what Richard said earlier, this is the problem. Okay, basically what happened was a big science organization just came out and said, hey, holy fuck, guys, we can travel faster than light. And now we're like, oh, fuck, that's awesome. Let's fly to, like, fucking X planet, right? Everybody gets on the shuttle, they're ready to fly. And we keep sending spaceships into orbit, and then they just fucking die out there because the trip takes, like, 10 million years. And we're like, yo, what the fuck happened? Like, I thought the people were going to get there fine. And then the science organization is just like, well, traveling faster than light is really hard. There are a whole bunch of reasons why we can't travel faster than light. It breaks our understanding of physics to move faster than light. There's all these problems. And, like, nobody's saying that there's not. Nobody's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. What the problem is, well, you said you could do it. I think that's the big frustration with Riot now. Like, every time one of these fucking visa problems come up, everybody is taking to the forums like, oh, well, visa shit is really hard in the US. Visa blah. Yeah, we know. Everybody in fucking esports has known this for fucking ages because wrestling with visa shit has been a huge fucking hassle always. It's not a new problem. The frustration comes from the fact that Riot pretty much came out with the huge fucking giant dick announcement, the good dick, the esports erection of, guys, we've solved visa problems, athletic visas for fucking everyone. It was like everybody esports showed up to an Oprah show, and she was just throwing out the fucking B1 visas or whatever. Every fucking person showed up. But then what happened is, as time goes on, now we've realized, like, well, fuck. Like, so here's my question. What actually changed? Because it seems like we're still having all of these things. If your situation is happening, which is tragic, I'm not trying to shit on you or whatever. Like, I mean, everybody knows that your situation is tragic. If what is happening to you can still happen, what was the announcement about that Riot made? Maybe I just don't understand the visa system. Can somebody illuminate that for me?
They will give
was
you
the
a player
big...
that'll help make it easier. Is the big announcement. It is. I'm not lying.
So they raised enough money selling Draven skins to get a lawyer and retainer for visa. Like,
It
that
will
doesn't
actually
like
No, yeah, but it looked really great
is
in
awesome.
press releases last year. Like this is the value that it was. Like I'm being absolutely honest with you guys. Like, didn't it look great last year as it showed
It looked
up in, like,
awesome.
maybe
It was so fucking cool. Wow.
exactly.
These
So
issues
that's
are
the
and
value that
it was,
it was, and like and everyone still skirted the visa issues, and then shit. Like, you know, we got a ton of really cutie articles about us. Like we all slap one another on the ass. Like that was
like
that,
it
that's
was
what
so
all that it did.
awesome. People in other esports were saying, "Holy fuck, Riot has paved the way now for other esports to get
Yeah,
easy
exactly.
visas." Like that's how excited everybody was.
You want to know the irony of it all?
Sure.
When they went and released that, I thought to myself, well, shit, I can fucking go to the States and do this. There are some challenger teams that I definitely know that I could change, and that's when I instantly started thinking about putting myself in a position to travel across the country to a completely different country and work for that visa, which is, you know, how I started all the way back in November of last year. That's like the irony of it all. Like when it all came out, like I thought that it was going to be such a simple process. Obviously, I was naive to it and I didn't understand it well enough.
Well, again, though, it should be fucking explained to you by someone. I mean, you know, you can't come out and make a fucking sales pitch like what they did. You know, like Steven's on the fucking money. You know, what they've told you is like, you know, it's fine now. It's fine. We've got this sorted. And whenever anyone was criticizing Riot for like saying they don't care about esports, they only care about Riot and League of Legends and what's good for them, everyone used to go, well, maybe that was true. But look over here. Look at this Kotaku article. Look, they're getting everybody visas. StarCraft players visas didn't pipe up when Violet was having his problems, of course. But Riot love esports, guys. They fucking love all of us, one and all.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, it's marketing horseshit. I feel sorry for anyone who got took in by it. I didn't at the time. I pointed out, you know, that esports visas have been a long standing
okay.
trope. You know, Complexity had one for Zet. The Counter-Strike, the 1.6 Counter-Strike player when CGS come around in like 2006, he was over there on an athlete's visa, and I know how hard they fucking worked to get it. You know, didn't see anyone banging a drum then. It's just bollocks.
To play devil's advocate, and in the defense of Riot, which that's where we're at right now, by the way.
Wow.
Wowzers.
Part of the reason they made that big announcement, and I won't comment on it because, you know, you can have your opinion on whether it's a good thing or a bad thing to advertise that. In the case of Brokenshard, apparently bad. They were one of the first esport organizations to get behind players and give them resources to get that visa. What used to happen was players had to go do that shit, and players are more inept than most gerbils at doing anything, let alone negotiating
Jeff is
the
absolutely right.
tough waters of getting a visa. So in that instance, Blizzard was fucking awesome. What I think is the shame, and where you can make the argument against it, is that they were awesome about it, but not as awesome as I guess people were led to believe, which is where I think the criticism becomes valid, because they do offer support, but they cannot, in this world of the United States at least, guarantee you a fluid visa experience, because nobody can fucking guarantee that. So if Brokenshard is victim of hearing that message and saying, well, God damn it, I can get a visa, and then, you know, he ran out into the streets of Israel and he shot his AK-47 up in the air a whole bunch, and then like, obviously,
Oh, wow.
Risky, Jeff. Very risky.
come on,
Wow.
you can't joke
Jeff,
about these things.
right.
Anyway,
The problem
very
Is that
risky.
Jeff actually having this show? I think it seems
no,
like
I'm not going to
somebody
get
else.
cut off at that joke. That was not my whole point.
I
Anyway,
thought it was hilarious, but that was very risky.
Was that
yes, it was
like
fucking
what,
risky. That's what
was that
jokes are. No,
better
you
or
don't understand.
worse?
I'm actually not going to get cut off at this point. And then he believed that message, and then jumped to the United States under the belief that he'd be able to shift all these things, pay out of his own pocket like he talked about, and didn't get enough support, or it was too hard to do. Then that's where this message becomes really bad. Because if other people read that message and said, holy fuck, I'm going to relocate my entire life based on I'll obviously get a visa. And then they get fucked like this. And then also Complexity's in a position where, as he said, he understands they can't be like, well, God, we're so loyal to you that we'll keep you on salary until maybe this gets figured out. No, they fucking cut him off because they have to survive too. That's a dog-eat-dog scary world. So that's where it becomes fucked up. Now we can have the outrage over my dicey joke if you like.
No, I was just gonna say, like,
funny. I laughed
I
a
was,
little bit.
I was just gonna ask Ram if it was worse that you made that joke about him being an AK wielding maniac, or the time you snubbed him when he tried to hug you and you just shook his hand instead. I don't know. Which
I
one
would have
was
hugged the
worse.
shit out of you, Ram. I'm sorry that I'm sorry that
You would have done, but his AK got in the way. So
AK was right in the way. No, the joke wasn't that bad. I mean, I just thought it was funny. But I think in some defense, I think that a lot to blame is actually my naivety of the situation, that I kind of expected everything to be okay, because that's kind of usually the person that I am, that I just kind of look at it as like, well, you know,
That was
problems
really
they
dumb.
happen. Problems
That was
they
actually
happen.
very dumb.
That's very like fucking stupid of me, and like now I know better. Like I got fucked once by Dragonborns once in the past. Got fucked once, you know, shame on them. I got fucked twice, shame on me. You know, number 3 won't be so easy to come by anymore. Like it's a good learning experience. If anything.
It's really unfortunate too, because most people figure that out. I don't think anybody else on Unfiltered has been fucked by any other organization in esports, right, guys?
I got to piss, but like, let's bring Destiny on. Like, here,
yeah.
what's going on with MLG?
well, look, Ram.
Well, let's
yeah.
let's let Ram go before we
Look,
do that.
man, I really appreciate you coming on the show, even though you couldn't really talk about it much. But we did get some dodgy jokes out of the situation. I got
Very
to
edgy.
rag on Riot. Cody got to just ramble incoherently. So I think all of us got what we
That's
wanted
all I
out of
want.
it. Oh,
That's
and
all I
Destiny
want.
did one of his analogies about the light speed.
Well, you
thing.
got
he
you got
managed to
Steven
bring
on
up
here.
Eve. That's
It-
incredible.
Yeah.
It was the quad factor.
It was actually a pretty good energy. No, I really do appreciate kind of coming onto the show. It was personally, it was good for me, and like good for me to talk about everything, because it really was a pretty shitty situation. But like, I mean, I got fucked twice. I don't think this is the end for me, like you said. So I'm going to
Nah,
keep
it
trying to
ain't-
look
How
at.
many more times will you be fucked? In your
I like
esports
I like
career?
it when people buy me dinner before they fuck me, but you know, now I'm just gonna try to skip right. to
Riot have brought in a new guy who buys the best dinners. Talk to them. They're gonna buy you the biggest,
No.
best dinner, and then fuck you.
Thank you very much for having me on the show. I really
Alright, thanks,
do
Ram.
appreciate it.
Ram, have a good night, brother.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back. We get Steven on here.
Uh-oh.
Uh oh.